human body.
And today we're going to show you an awesome assembly.
The assembly that we're about to perform is about human rights, slavery, and racism.
I wish to inform you to take this assembly seriously, although you can laugh at the funny parts.
Special thanks to
Miss Milner, Miss
Jackie, and the effort of the whole class. Behold, 7A!
Assembly.
I remember the river carried me further and further away from my mother. When I screamed her back, they tied us together. I don't know why. They threw us into a big canoe, bigger than the biggest canoe of our tribe, and I didn't know why. All I could see were people tied together, chained together in the dark. It was so dark. There was a feeling of guilt, sickness, and fear. Please come save me, I said. Tell me this isn't true.
When most people think about slavery, what often comes to your mind is the transatlantic slave trade. Africans displaced from their homeland to the Underground Railroad.
Over 11 million Africans were shipped across the Atlantic to be sold as slaves.
Though slavery has been abolished, modern-day slavery still exists.
800,000 people are trafficked across international borders every year.
Hundreds of thousands of men and women in northern Thailand leave their villages in hope for better life, only to be captured and forced into farms, sweatshops, and brothels.
In India, some girls will never dream of their perfect life because their soul is bright.
Some families, women through dispatched for work beyond their own tortured country, are tricked by recruiters and are sent to prison camps.
Trapped and isolated in a factory surrounded by steel walls 15 feet tall.
With barbed wire fencing located in the middle of a coconut plantation, far from roads. If they try to escape, they're
Beaten, tortured, starved, humiliated. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave.
8 years old, sir. I'll burn her things, sir. No, sir. I'll do what you say, sir. Quick. Hop into your bed before he comes back.
I embraced each of my child. Why is there so many? Simple thoughts, haven't you? Oh, you're sick. Because I see that your eyes are bulging sick. Slave 78, step forward. Why are you so dirty?
I'm not dirty, sir.
What?
I was born like this, sir. This is my skin color, sir.
Nonsense! You did not wash yourself properly. I suggest that you will use this washroom. You're my desk guard over here. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Dear Mom and Dad, I don't like the orphanage. Some kids here don't have no parents. They're dead. Every day I look at Lady Gate to see if you're coming to get me. How come you never come?
Dear Mom, every night I see the sun use the thing in me. Sleep quiet, no one here. Don't want to be here. Want to be with you. Please come and get me. Please, Mom.
Dear Dad, they told me that you were dead, that you and my sister died in a car accident. I don't believe them. I hate them. I want to punch them in the stomach. I want to stab them with a pitchfork. Do you want to hear another story? This time, it's my story. Back in the 1700s in Africa, I was led up to a platform with others from my village.
Gentlemen, as you find this here town of King Sojume, freshly arrived from the African coast, you can see before your fine and wholesome stock of the healthiest slaves in prime condition. You're free to inspect the list cargo, able-bodied but not yet trained in each and every one of them, fit for a quixotic hunt. Now, why don't you bid for yourself females here? As fit for a field as any young buck? Now, do I have a bid for 45?
I can see what he's doing.
50, 55?
I want to cry. I want to die, but I won't.
Going once, going twice, sold!
I was sold as a slave.
Can anyone hear me? Can anyone break these chains?
Will anyone free me?
I'm just a beautiful slave. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone break these chains? Who will free me from this dark place? Does God see me? What is his name? Will he help me? I'm just a beautiful slave.
There are slaves who fear to speak, too weak to do anything. There are slaves who won't choose hatred and abuse, but rather stay in silence.
Slavery is like tortured alive. Slavery was brought in British by North America. Slave from Africa arrived to the depth of death.
Slaves get humiliated. Slaves get affected by AIDS and diseases. Painful tears do not end. Slavers that cannot end in prison.
Speak to be me. You have a choice. Slaves with their own voice. Slavery is horrible. Stop slavery. Make a difference.
Treating others bad because of the color of their skin is not fair. Selling someone or having them work for nothing is inhuman.
We can keep her by saying no to slavery.
By treating everyone with respect.
And before